In this class, I'll be expressing or teaching you certain consonant sounds that are difficult to identify in words. B is one of them. And why is B difficult to identify in words? Is because sometimes it is silent in words. Look at this, B-O-M-B. This B is silent, and this word is pronounced as bomb. Why? There is a rule. Anytime words end in NB, any word that ends in NB, the B automatically becomes silent. There are several examples. C-R-U-M-B is crumb. But watch out, I said when it ends in NB, not when it has MB in the middle. For a word like C-R-U-M-B-L-E, this is not chromo, this is called crumble. The B is pronounced because it is in the middle of the word. But for something like this, the B is going to be silent, and this is called crumb. There are other words like that. T-O-M-B is called tune. Tune. B is silent. W-O-M-B is called womb. The B is silent. There are more and more of them like that. There are other words where we can have B silent. In a word like S-U-B-T-L-E, B is silent, and this word is called subtle. It's called subtle. In a word like D-E-B-T, the B is silent. This word is called debt. And that makes I-N-D-E-B-T-E-D be pronounced as indebted. Indebted. So for us to get this, we need to answer a few questions and see how B works in questions. Look at this. We have B, B-L-U-E, and option A is C-O-B-B-L-E-R. Option B is T-H-U-M-B. Option C is I-N-D-E-B-T-E-D. And option D is D-E-B-T-O-R. You get confused because you are seeing B, 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 B everywhere, but we're looking for the same B. If you understand the rule, you get the answer straightforward. Look at this. This is called cobbler. Of course, the B is pronounced. That looks like the answer, but we need to be sure that other options are wrong. This is called thumb because when words end in NB, the B becomes silent. This is called indebted, and this is called debtor. The second sound we're going to be looking at is P. P is silent in so many words and it gets so confusing to use. Look at P. P becomes silent when a word starts with PS, PT, or PN. There are numerous examples of these. For words that start with PS, we have PSALN. This is called SAM. SAM. Watch out, the L is also silent. For words that start with PT, we have PTERODACTYL. This word is pronounced as pterodactyl. And for PN, we have PNEUMONIA. This word is pronounced as pneumonia. While the P is silent, don't forget these rules. And so there are many other words like that where the P becomes totally silent. For example, in certain French words like C-O-R-P-S, this is called call. Call. This word is pronounced like this. Call. Just exactly how we pronounce C-O-R-E. It's called call. As C-O-R-P-S, the P and the S, they are silent. We also have words like C-O-U-P. You'd realize that this word is called coup. Coup. There are many other words like that where the P is silent. It's silent in cupboard. It's called cupboard. The P is silent there. Let's look at a few questions to understand how to do this in exam condition. The question could come like this. We could have P-A-R-E-N-C. P is underlined. Option A, we have P-T-E-R-O, or let's say P-T-A-R-M-I-G-A-N. Option B can be said to be, C-O-U-P-L-E. C can be C-O-R-P-S, and option D will be C-O-U-P. This is a common thing in examination, P here is called coup. Coup. The P is silent. This is called call. The P is silent. This is called couple. And this is called Tamika. You'd realize that the only option that has the P sound is option P. Alright, for us to understand this better, we need a few questions. We need to look at this. We have number 1, C-O-M-B. Option A, we have T-I-M-B-E-R. Option B, HOME. C, we have BUBBLE. And option D, we have DAB. See, as soon as they underline this, we already know that they are looking for what? Ordinary N. But this one is called timbre. Timbre, you see, came with MB. We don't want that. We just want N. And home seems to be the only answer. One more question for P. For P, we have PSEUDONYN. This word is called pseudonym. I told you already that whenever you have a word start with PS, automatically the P is silent. This is called pseudonym. Option A, we have PRINE. B, we have EMPTY. C, we have CORBS. And option D, we have PURSE. You know, so we're looking for ordinary S. This couldn't give us, this can't either. And CORBS is pronounced as core, but this word is pronounced as purse. You realize that the only S we're looking for is found here. Other consonant sounds like that are T and D. We're going to be looking at T first. T, the sound is pronounced as T. Sometimes you realize that when you have TH start the word, the sound changes, it turns to these, and other times it turns to these. For example, THE is pronounced as the, while THOUGHT is pronounced as thought. Alright? But at times TH can give us just ordinary T. In a word like THYME, the word is pronounced as time. Is pronounced as time. Look at T as T occurs in words. T can occur at the beginning of a word. For example, time. T can occur at the end of a word. For example, BAT. T can even occur in the middle. This is called battle. Alright, that's not our problem. Our problem is the fact that T is silent in many words. T is silent in many words. Watch out for certain French words that end in ET. Alright, a word like BALLET is a word of French origin. As a result, ET is pronounced as A. This word is pronounced as ballet. We have other words like BUFFET. This is pronounced as buffet. Alright, we have many more examples. We have BOUQUET. This is called bouquet. And so on and so forth. So watch out, ET turns to A in certain words. D also has the capacity to give us T. D has the capacity to turn to T. Whenever you have ED as past tense of certain words that end in P, that end in F, that end in S, or that end in K, or the ones that have sh, or even the ones that have ch, you're likely to have T. Yeah, when a word ends in any of the sounds and has ED after, the D then turns to T. Let's check certain examples. Let's start with P. If I have SLAPPED, this is pronounced as slapped, not slapped. It's called slapped. If I have SHOPPED, this word is pronounced as shocked. If I have with F, I could have LAUGHED, and this is pronounced as laughed. The reason it's T is because the sound here is F. The same thing goes for S. If I have KISSED, this word is pronounced as kissed. If I have MISSED, this word is pronounced as missed. You see, D turns to T. Even in K, if I have SHOCKED, you don't say I was shocked, you say I was shocked. So the word is pronounced shocked. We also have it in sh. If you have PUSHED, the word is pronounced as pushed. And if I have WATCHED, this is pronounced as watched. So you realize that we have D that can turn to T. Let's also look at the fact that T is silent in words. T is really silent in many words. It's really confusing. You just have to pay attention. Look at any word that has STLE, you're likely to have the S silent. In WHISTLE, this word is pronounced as whistle. Alright, you realize that the S is pronounced, but the T is gone. Pardon me, it's supposed to be the T. The T is gone, whistle. C-A-S-T-L-E is called castle. P-E-S-T-L-E is called pestle. H-U-S-T-L-E is called hustle. W-R-E-S-T-L-E is called wrestle. A-P-O-S-T-L-E is called apostle, and so on and so forth. Once you see a word that ends in S-T-L-E, you realize that the T is silent. In certain words, T is realized as ch in certain words. Simple words are N-A-T-U-R-E. This word is pronounced as nature. Nature. You realize that T there is turning to ch. So this shouldn't deceive you. And in that regard, we have M-A-T-U-R-A. This is called mature. It's also in C-O-N-G-R-A-T-U-L-A-T-E. This is called congratulate. Congratulate. It's also found in P-I-C-T-U-R-A. This word is called picture. You need to get used to the fact that T is liable to turn to the sound ch. After now, we're going to look at a few questions on how to recognize the T sound and when it is silent and when it turns to T and so on and so forth. Check out the following questions. Alright, here are a few questions on T. Look at this. T-E-A-C-H-E-R. Option A, we have T-H-E-M-E. This was underlined. Option B, we have T-H-Y-M-E. Option C, we have R-A-P-P-O-R-T. And option D, we have D-E-B-U-T. Alright, look at this. This is teacher. So obviously we're looking for the sound T. Here, TH, I told you then that TH can either turn to this or turn to this. And on few notes, in few words, we have the fact that T is realized in TH words. I gave an example as time, alright? So here we have thing. And here this is called time. This is called rapport. And this is called debut. What do you realize? Realize that the only T we are looking for is found here, while others, T is silent. T is silent here, watch out, T is silent here, and then T is realized as TH or firm in that question. There are more examples like that. Let's look at 2 more examples so we understand well when we see T, how to function well. We have the C-O-S-T-U-M-E. And the ST is underlined. Option A, we have F-A-S-T-E-N. Option B, we have C-H-A-S-T-E. Option C, we have P-S-A-L-M. And option D, we have B-O-T-T-L-E. We're looking for the ST together. Here, you might be deceived. I didn't know if I told you the other time. Certain words like this, T is silent. This is called often. S-O-F-T-E-N is called soften. Alright, and so in a word like this, it's called fasten. And we also have the T silent in C-H-A-S-T-E-N is pronounced as chasten. T is silent, so that's not our answer. This word is pronounced as chaste. This looks like what we're looking for, chaste. P and S is gone, of course. This is pronounced sound. S and T, they are not together, and this word is pronounced as butter. And sometimes it's pronounced bottle. Alright. So our answer obviously is option B. Our last question, we have W-A-S-H-E-D. This is underlined. Remember I told you then that when you have ED after sounds like sh, this turns to T. But look at option A, we have N-O-V-E-D. Option B, we have S-T-I-T-C-H. Option C, we have D-R-A-R-N-E-D. Option D, we have W-H-I-S-T-L-E. People are likely to jump at this bing because it's D, or people are likely to jump at this. But watch out, this is pronounced as washed. We're looking for T. Alright, this is called moved. This is D, but we're still looking for T. It looks like the answer is there because this is called stitch. This is what exactly we're looking for. It's not here, neither is it here because this is pronounced as whistle. So we're going to have to look at how D is pronounced. D is silent in many words. D is also realized as G in many words, and so on. D is also realized as T, like we showed you here. D is pronounced in certain words. Of course, we have D in devil. D can be at the end of certain words. D can be in D-E-A-D. Look at this, dead. Alright, D is found in dribble. That's not a big deal. That's not a major problem at all. The real deal is the fact that D is silent in certain words. Alright, look at a word like VELDT. You realize that the D is gone. This word is pronounced as velt. It's pronounced as velt. D is also silent in ansong, is silent in ankoff. Ankoff is silent in handkerchief. Is silent in handkerchief. D is silent there. That's number one major issue about the sound D. There are other issues. The second is that D can just be there looking at you in a word and it will just be pronounced as G. For example, G-R-A-D-U-A-T-E. You can see the D looking at us, and every second language user of the English language will be tempted to call it graduate or graduate, wherever it's called graduate. Alright, so whoever is graduating is called a graduate, and the verb is called graduate. Alright, so this is J. In a word like education, this is not education, it's called education. This is J, not D. We also have it in soldier. This is called soldier. In RNDIVIDUAL, in the V, that's a mistake. This is called individual. We have dual, J. So you need to watch out for words like that, where D turns to J. And like I said earlier, D also is realized as T. D is realized as T. The other one we had, when you have P plus ED, it will turn to T. When you have K plus ED, it's going to turn to T. Just like I said, SLACKED is pronounced as slacked. Slacked. Alright, so now we're going to have to answer questions on this to test our knowledge on the sound D. Procedure. We have this. Option A, we have DREAMER. B is called sandwich. Option C is called manage. And option D is garage. What do you notice? We are looking for D. This is procedure. Procedure, not procedure. It's called procedure. And so we're looking for the J sound. It's not here. This is called dreamer. It's not here. This is called sandwich. The D is silent. It's likely going to be here because this word is pronounced as manage. Manage. So this is what we're looking for. This is the answer. And you're wondering, why is it not here? Because it's almost pronounced alike. This is called garage. Alright? It's like this. Garage. This sound is J. It's different from J. Alright? In our next aside, we've looked at B, we've looked at P, we've looked at C, and now we have looked at D. We should look at these two. What is the difference that exists between the two of them, the sound J and J? Alright? Alright, I changed my mind. I was going to look at J and D the other time, but look at this. There are certain consonant sounds that are different. Yeah, they are different but almost sound alike. This is J, J. This is J. This is ch. Like when you say church, church. This is J, like when you say John. Alright? This is J, like when you say vision, vision. This S you're looking at here is not vision, it's called vision. And the other one is sh, like when you say push, push, push. So we're going to be looking at these four sounds. Sometimes you likely see a sound that has this, or you think it's that, or you think it's even sh or so. Look at DECISION. It's called decision. It's not called decision. Alright, it's called decision. A word like MIRAGE has this sound. It's called mirage. What will you notice? S gives us this sound. Even G is capable of giving us this sound. That's why we have GARAGE and it's pronounced as garage. Alright? This one is very easy to identify. Once you have G, any form of G, EDGE is called edge. Edge. So you need to watch out for that. Television will fall here. Television will fall here. if I have words like certain words, you would naturally notice that CH gives us this, while SH gives us this. Don't be fooled. There are certain French words. This sound is not in French language at all, and there are a few French words that are in English. You know, words like CHIC is called chic. It's different from CHICK or CHEEK. These ones are chic. But this one is called chic. All right, we have it in CHAUFFEUR. This is called chauffeur, like a driver. We also have it in MACHRNE. This is called machine. So it's pretty easy to identify this. I don't want you to get them confused. For us to understand this better, we'll take a few questions, about 5 questions, where these different words are used, or words that have similar sounds. So we dissect them and try to understand exactly how they are. Question number 1, we have RUPTURE, and this is underlined. Option A, we have SACHET. Option B, we have WALLET. Option C, we have MACHRNE. And option D, we have ARCHDIOCESE. So we're looking for this sound. This sound is exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for T. This word is pronounced as rupture. So we're looking for ch. This can give us, it's a French word, and as a result it's pronounced as sachet, not sachets, not sachets, sachet. Alright, so what we're looking for is actually rupture. We're looking for this sound. It's not here. This word is pronounced wallet. It's not wallet, of course, it's wallet. This word here is pronounced as machine. This one here is pronounced as archdiocese. Archdiocese. This is not arch, it's called arch. That's our final answer. Our next question is this: EDUCATION, and the part that is on the line is the T. Option A, we have MATURE. Option B, we have CULTURE. Option C, we have PATIANCE. And option D, we have MATCA. The first thing we have to consider is, it's not about the letter that is on the line, it's about the sounds that the letter represents. This is pronounced as education. Shun, that's what we're looking for. This is mature, it's not mature, it's mature. That can be the answer. This is culture, not short. And this is patience, it's not patience, it's pronounced patience. And as a result, that looks like what we're looking for: education, not education. You know, and this is called patience. So this is it. Now, why is it not this? This is pronounced as match. Patience. All right. Another question is, we make this question 3. Question number 3 is CHEAP. This is underlined. Option A, we have CHAMPAGNE. B, we have this. Option C, we have option D, we have STATURE. Okay, so we're looking for this. This is pronounced cheap, not sheep, it's cheap. So as a result, this is going to be transcribed as this: cheap, the long one. This is called champagne, it's a French word. Champagne, that's not the answer. This is called chagrin, not chagrin, chagrin. And this is past, of course, it has nothing to do with it. We need to watch out for this. This is pronounced stature. That's our final answer. Cheap stature. After that, we're going to look at other sounds. Our next sound is S and Z. Both of them kind of overlap sometimes. You'll be looking at S, you think it's Z. You'll be looking at Z sometimes. You think it's pronounced or you think it's S. So let's look at a few of them. EYES, for example, is called eyes. Who has an explanation for this? Why is this S realized as Z? In a word like DAYS, this is pronounced as days. Why is it Z? It's S here. These are consonants. GIRLS is pronounced as girls. Why is it called girls? Why not girls? You'd realize that S is liable to give us Z, and this happens often. Let's start with the fact that S is silent in many words. S is silent in F-R-A-C-A-S, it's called fracas. It's silent in D-E-B-R-I-S, it's called daybreak. S is silent in L-O-U-I-S, which is called Louis. Sometimes we have P-A-R-I-S. In French word, the S silent is called Paris, and so on and so forth. When you see a word where the S is silent, you probably will know. Okay? So let's look at where S is realized as Z. This is S. Realize that when it occurs with any of the sounds here, you are going to get Z. When S occurs with D, it gives us Z. When S occurs at the end of B, it gives us Z. When S occurs with V, it turns to Z. When S occurs with G, it turns to Z. And when S occurs with voiced sounds, we tend to have Z. Alright, look at here. If I have this with sh and S and then sh, S turns to is. I'll prove all this to you right now. Let's start with D and S. If I have L-O-A-D-S, this is pronounced as loads. Z, because when S comes after D, it turns to Z. If I have C-R-A-B-S, it's going to be pronounced as crabs. It's going to be Z because S is coming after B, a voiced sound. If I have L-O-V-E-S, this is pronounced as loves. It turns to Z because it's V, and V is the voiced sound. If I have B-A-G-S, this turns to bags. Z. There are more. We have it with Y too. Y. If I have B-O-Y-S, it turns to boys. It occurs with L too. If I have G-I-R-L-S, it turns to girls. W-A-L-L-S turns to walls. If I have R too, C-A-R-S, it turns to cars. Let me wipe the board to have more space to give more examples. W does that too. W plus S is going to give us Z. C-O-W-S is pronounced as cows. So you see, S turns to Z in varieties of ways. If I have P-A-T-C-H-E-S, you see, this is A-S coming after ch. It's going to give us I-Z, like I brought out the other time. It's going to give us I-Z. This is going to be pronounced as patches. If I have S here, K-I-S-S, and I have E-S after it, it's going to give us I-Z. This is going to be pronounced as kisses. The same thing with this was sh. The same thing with sh. If I have P-U-S-H-E-S, this is going to be pronounced as pushes. So what you would realize is that S is liable to turn to Z in many words, and Z is also capable of being silent in certain words. So common words where we have S pronounced as Z. Common words, we have C-A-U-S-E. This is pronounced as cause. It's found in C-L-A-U-S-E. This is pronounced as clause. It's found in P-H-R-A-S-E. This is pronounced as phrase. S turns to Z here. We have A-G-E-S. This is pronounced as ages. It turns to Z. These are normal words where we have S come to Z. In W-O-R-D-S, this is pronounced as words. These are just a few of the words where S turns to Z. So let's look at Z. Z is really not complex except the fact that it is hiding in certain S words. But a word like R-E-N-D-E-Z, V-O-U-S, this is a French word. This is pronounced as rendezvous. You see, the Z is silent. I need you to be careful with this word. So now we're going to look at a few questions on how to use S, Z, how it occurs in exams, when we see it, what do we do, how do we identify. That's what we're going to be watching out now. We're going to look at one of these questions. Look at this. We have CROSS, and this is underlined. Option A is CORPS. Option B is FRACAS. Option C is BAGS, and option D is mice. This is really very easy to dig. We have double S. Never in the history of double S has it been able to give us Z, so it's not possible. So we're basically looking for S, and this word is pronounced as cross. This is what we're looking for. You look at this, it looks familiar. I talked about it earlier. S is silent when it comes in this form. This word is pronounced as call. So this is now our answer. This is fracas. The S is silent. The S coming after Ga is going to give us Z. We saw examples of that. S with Ga, we turn to Z. So this basically is pronounced as bags. But here we have mice. Mice. Pay attention. When C looks like it's pronounced like S, it's actually S and never Z. Another example or class word we're going to look at is this, where we have CLAUSE. Option A, we have NIECE. B, we have PURSE. C, we have LOSE. D, we have CLUSTER. I'd like to quickly talk about this particular word. It has another one that looks like this. One is double, one is this. You need to watch out. The one with double is pronounced as S, like it's called loose. While the one with just one S is pronounced issue because it's still a long O sound. The difference is that this one is S and this one is Z. They are different in pronunciation and also different in meaning. So our question is this. I pointed this out as one of the major words that has S but is pronounced as Z. This word is pronounced as clause. So this is Z. But this C can never give us Z. So rule it out. This word is pronounced as knees. Knees. And look at this. This is pronounced as purse. Likely when you have UR with SE, you get it. It's also in nurse. It's called nurse. Alright. It's also in CURSE. It's called curse. But if I add PAUSE, it's going to give me pause. Alright. So option C is pronounced as loose. I already pointed out. And this is pronounced as cluster. So we're looking for Z, and this is the only one that has Z. This is usually very somehow in exams. You need to calm down and try to see if you could piece both of them together. One more question. One more. The last question in this category, we have THESE, and this is underlined. Option A, we have THIS. B, we have KISS. C, we have RISK. And option D, we have CARS. We're looking for this. This is this. The difference between this and this, one is that this is singular, this is plural. The second difference is that this is S and this is Z. This word is pronounced as these. The third difference is that this is short A sound and this is a long A sound. This is pronounced as this. This is kiss. This is risk. And I told you once you have R and S, this is not the only one. There are many examples like that. WARS is pronounced as was, alright? It's different from WORSE, which is pronounced as worse, alright? Option D is pronounced as cars. So this is what we're looking for. It's here, looking at us. After this, in our next class, I'm going to be teaching you about how to get through with vowel sounds. Thank you very much.